Jill Hopkins here, Vocalo Radio, live from Lollapalooza. I'm here with Ellis, aka San Fermin, just finishing up a set on the Lakeshore stage, moving the crowd in a great way, physically but also like emotionally. Tell me a little bit about your songwriting process, because we talk to a lot of songwriters, but like, you're a fancy songwriter.
Hardly. No, you know, our band is unique because I don't sing, but I know how to write for a lot of instruments, and so I will write like a score, and the band learns from the score, which is like kind of a nerdy way to do it.
That's if you're classically trained and that's how your brain works, then go for it.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, but so I do it that way, but we've been doing enough festivals now, and playing rock clubs and all that our process has changed a little bit, just knowing what it's like to be on stage at Lollapalooza, and you relax it a little bit, so you give more room to breathe for the singers and instrumentalists and things like that.
Tell me about how you go about choosing the people that convey your message, your singers, your players.
Yeah, so Alan, who sings the lead vocals, has been like a great friend of mine since we were kids. And so when I first started the band, I started it with him in mind. And then from there, I just kind of added people, both the brass players I went to school with, and then after that, you just kind of select. We live in Brooklyn. There's a lot of great musicians there.
No shortage.
And so I kind of just asked around who's the best female singers, who are the best, and kind of put together an all-star team.
I wonder if living in Brooklyn and being a musician can sometimes be overwhelming with like the wealth of options that you have for musicians.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself sometimes just like, there's just too many damn good horn players. There's too many great keyboarders.
That's a great problem to have, but there is a sense where you're there of like, wow, this is a really crowded place, and there's every night there's great shows happening. But once we got kind of onto the national circuit of touring, I think where we're from has probably had less to do with it. Where once you have your guys and you're going out on the road, that's it. That's your team, and you just kind of do this thing. So it's a really like rich and vibrant place to be based, but also we spend a lot of time everywhere else too.
Yeah. Well, you said earlier we were talking, and you said you're bouncing around doing the festival circuit, but the music that you write feels really intimate, and it seems that it would be right at home in a 200-seater.
Sure.
Tell me about translating this kind of these inside feelings to
outside.
Outside.
That's a really tough challenge, and actually, I kind of have to drop some of the songs for festivals like this, where like, we'll do the big festival bangers and we'll leave home, the more intimate songs. But also there's like, you don't want to underestimate your audience. These are, sure everyone is drunk, but there's still people who love music, and they're willing to meet you halfway on this stuff. So you can play some songs that maybe don't sound like four to the floor, and it still still works out well.
Now, do you find yourself, in the olden Lollapalooza days, sometimes this would be the first time that you got to see a band, but now with all your Bandcamps and your SoundClouds and your Spotifys, do you find yourself kind of surprised that people know the words when they show up?
It's always, it's always feels crazy when that happens, especially when you'll go, like last summer we played a festival in Latvia. I've never been to Latvia. I honestly wasn't even totally sure where it was. Like I knew kind of where it was. And then you get there and people know the music, and it feels so special. And here in Chicago, we have a really good fan base, and we did like an after party show last night.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. People were singing along to every single song we played. And that makes you feel really valued as a songwriter, which is great.
I don't want to keep you. I know you got a busy day ahead of you, but I do want to ask a little bit about your feelings on Chicago. You said you have a big fan base here. it's a great music town, obviously. Tell me a little bit about what about this city kind of inspires you when you come here.
Yeah, what I love about Chicago is it's a big city. It's third biggest city or whatever in the country, and it's really cultured, and there people are listen to new music, but also it's like the Midwest, so everyone's really friendly. So what a great combination, you know? Because in New York, like, sure, everyone kind of, we have a good fan base there, but also people are a little more reserved. And here, I just find we always have a great audience. People are really not afraid to tell you they enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way for us. We spend a lot of time in a bus, a lot of time in a plane. Like, it takes a toll on your body.
Yeah.
And then you get there and people are like, this is great. And that makes you feel like, all right, I'll do it again.
Well, welcome to Chicago. Thank you for playing.
Thank you.
Jill Hopkins, Vocalo Radio, San Fermin. Live from Lollapalooza. Bye.